Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is really, really cold outside. In case you guys hadn't noticed, it is very cold. So hopefully everybody's bundled up and maybe even inside and ready to watch a great show with us this morning, Muscatine Today Show. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Hy-Vee, Lutheran Living, CBI, and Toyota Muscatine for sponsoring the show, as well as our new sponsor, R7 Reclaimed in Grandview. We're looking forward to having them on the show more and for them to be a sponsor of the show as well. Such a great family. And you will all want to visit as they get the barn ready for February. So to start off the show, just a couple reminders for you. Today starts a very special someone on our team, Chris Pete Anderson, is doing his art show, and that starts today downtown Muscatine. If you want to know more about that, you can find that information in your Discover Muscatine newspaper that should be landing today for you all. So tons of great stuff in the paper this week, highlighting so many great things going on around Muscatine. And I encourage you all to open it up this week and check out some of those cool stories, including the highlight on a local student who's doing great things, as well as Chris P. Anderson, and also the Muscatine Symphony Orchestra is putting on a Valentine's show virtually. So you can find out about that also in the Discover Muscatine paper, but that'll be a cool thing to enjoy. Maybe as you're getting cooked like a big steak dinner or something really special for Valentine's Day, you can enjoy the Muscatine Symphony Orchestra. They can serenade you over dinner. So find out more about that stuff in your Discover Muscatine paper. It's right there too. But there's a ton more information in the paper for you on how you can enjoy that concert virtually this year. So also, there's a few national days that we should probably talk about. National Toothache Day. So I think Chris is probably feeling that a little bit. So it's National Toothache Day, Safer Internet Day. So everyone needs to maybe look up some tips on how to be safer on the internet today to celebrate. And it's National Pizza Day. So you'll have to order up some pizza. Everybody, you can just forget about having to cook dinner because it's National Pizza Day, and that means you have to celebrate. So maybe order up some pizza from your favorite place and enjoy that this evening to celebrate. I was hunting around last night online and found a guy that can eat a medium pizza in under 30 seconds, a whole medium pizza by himself in under 30 seconds. And I thought that would be fun to to share with you guys. It's odd. I'm not gonna lie. I was like gagging while he was doing it. I don't know how he does it. It's crazy. So we'll enjoy that together this morning for National Pizza Day. And then I'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? So prior to having some of the world's spiciest pizza, I decided to take on a medium 12-inch pizza and just try and eat it fast. Let's see how it went.
Oh, yikes. So 27 seconds he finished that medium pizza. Did you see how he was like stuffing it in there? I don't even, like a whole slice of pizza. Can you guys do that? Is it normal to do that? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But anyways, you definitely need to celebrate National Pizza Day. Maybe not exactly that way, but just order up your favorite pizza and enjoy National Pizza Day. So we have a guest with us this morning, we're doing the show remotely for a couple reasons, just to be safe. Diana preferred to do it remotely, and it kind of gives us a chance to test out and see how well we can do this and what new things we can do when we have to do the show remote. So my little one had a 2-hour late start this morning, so it was actually really nice that I could do the show from home and still be able to get her off to school afterwards before heading into work. So good morning, Diana.
Good morning, Ashley. How are you on this chilly morning?
I am good. I haven't really had to go outside yet, so
Me
that might be
either.
premature. That
That's
might be
right.
premature. I haven't had to go out yet.
Good.
So I am excited to hear about how things are going at the YMCA with all of the family programming, because I know you guys have so much. But what's that look like right now? Is everything kind of open back up and you're offering all the programming you did, or are there some changes to that?
So we've had to change significantly in response to the COVID pandemic. And so one of the things that we do every week is our support groups for parents and families. And the state of Iowa really, the family support network up there through the Department of Management really hasn't opened them up yet for face to face. So everything is done virtually. So we have our support groups throughout the week. They all have their own little Zoom link and everybody links on. But as with everything that we're all trying to do, we want to do the programming and our services in response to the wishes and needs of the families. And so some of them aren't very comfortable with Zoom. And so those folks we give an individual call to each week just to follow up. We're all about trying to increase family strength, whether it be through parenting education, self sufficiency. Accessing community resources has really been a big need in our community throughout this whole 2020 pandemic and now into 2021. So we've had to modify our services a little bit, but we're still there partnering with the families trying to meet their needs here in Muscatine.
Yeah. Well, I can only assume, like you said, that there's probably even more of a need for not only just the support, those groups to be able to talk through some of the the fun new experiences that we're having as parents, but also the other stuff too. So it's cool how technology has really helped us to get outside of our boxes during all of this and be able to still kind of just figure out how are we going to still get together and still provide services to people. I mean, we've just had to kind of jump outside of that box and figure it out. So I think it's in that way, it's kind of been a good thing. We're all learning new things.
That's right. You know, and we want to help our families be able to access other services in our community. And by us having them switch to this virtual mode, that actually helps them in other areas too, because it's not just our programming through the Y that has went to the virtual world. We know certainly the children have through the school district. A lot of appointments, even doctor appointments, have been done on Zoom. You can go and do like an urgent care over Zoom.
Mhm.
And so I think people and families learning the new ways of doing things is it's just another skill that we all have that we can fall back on. And like you say, you know, this was a late start today. You know, I mean, we
Mhm.
would have never thought that we could just do this from home and then go about our business. But so it really has
Yep.
opened some doors for us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great that we've been able to do all the things that we have. So tell us a little bit for people who don't know all of the services as far as in your world, the family planning and
Sure.
programming and stuff. What all do you guys do there in the YMCA building? It's crazy because it's not just you don't just go there to work out. There's so many cool programs that happen inside that building too. So tell us about some of the ones that you do.
Sure. Thank you, Ashley. Our Y is very unique. A lot of the services and programming that we have at our Y, you won't find it otherwise. And part of the reason for that is Muscatine is so fortunate that we had our YWCA and our YMCA merge back in 1991 when we built the new building. Well, just a little bit prior to that, the YWCA burned down. And so the YMCA that was located in MCSA now invited us to squeeze in there with them for a while. And at that time, the community came together in both boards of directors and said, you know what, we need a big building. We need a big new Y. And so we built the building we're in now, but we've actually existed as two different organizations, the YM and the YW, each having their own unique programs. But then when Jim Sturms, many people know Jim Sturms, the executive director of the YMCA, he was retiring. At that time, both of the boards took a look at the structure and said, you know what, why don't we merge? And so we merged into one. Susan Corey was the executive director of the YWCA at the time. And so we merged into one and she became the executive director. But we had to figure out which way are we going to go? Are we going to be YWCA or are we going to be YMCA? And YMCA allows women and men, and the YWCA at that time only allowed women. And so we went with YMCA, and we're very pleased that we did. But we brought along with us all of the programs that the YWCA had. And one of those was family programs at that time called the Young Moms Program. So we started way back in the early 80s, right here in Muscatine downtown by where the Journal is now. And we did support groups for mothers to be able to have an opportunity. Hey, come over here and let's, help each other. What do you do when your children are biting? And what do you do when they won't go to bed at night? And all of these kinds of things. And just really helping each other walk through being a parent and all the challenges that are involved. Nobody's an expert at parenting by any stretch. But we can help each other because some of us have learned, oh, this worked for me, this didn't work for me. So our program has evolved over the years. And what we work on is not only parenting education, but just strengthening the entire family holistically. And that includes self-sufficiency programming. So we know that is a goal of our United Way right now, is to focus on how we can help families that are struggling economically to be able to make choices and have opportunities for their family so they can be self-sufficient. So we work on those things in our programs, and certainly some respite time. There's a lot of people who parent 24/7, and that's while it's the most rewarding thing you could ever do, it can also be stressful. And so we try to offer opportunities for respite time where a mother can network with other mothers and have a little me time, which we know is always important. And then everybody knows we do, our big community events like the community block party that we hold over at Discovery Park and Halloween at the Y and all different kinds of things that we try to do throughout the year. But some of the more unique things that we have the Grandparents Raising Grandchildren group. We started that back in 2000. Mindy Eckert, who works at DHS as her day job, she joined me as a volunteer to help provide services to these unique and growing families for a variety of reasons. And we've been able to grow our group and been able to help other groups around the state start groups of their own. So we're really excited to partner with these families and help them because their needs are often different, from other families. How do I do this and how do I do that? And back when they raised their grandchildren, there weren't car seats, that you stood up between your mom and dad with your arm behind, around each one shoulder and went on down the road. So they've got a lot to learn. But we can be right there helping them with that. And we do services for teen parents. And our newest program that we do is the Dads Group. And right now that is facilitated by Tim Miller and Eric Furness. Maybe many of you might know him from the county. And also Bill Dyer goes into the Muscatine County Jail and works with dads to try to help them through navigating how to be the best dad you can be. So when they're they're released, they can hit the ground running and be a viable, strong part and a really important part in their child's life. So we just really work on family strengthening in a big way, a big picture way, and meeting the needs of families and try to help them do the best job they can every day, because it's always a challenge. Everybody wants to do the best that they can as a parent. No matter what walk of life you're in, everybody wants to do better, and we all have room for improvement. And boy, if we can learn from other people, then that's the best picture for all of us. So we're always trying and starting new things. And our office is right across, or like fourth, I always say fourth when you walk in the door. So our Y is also unique because we have Big Brother, Big Sister there. We have Special Olympics there. So all the programs that we have that are unique, our character development department, they teach youth. As you know, I know you've had Amy on here a couple of different times teaching core values to the youth. And so we're just trying to strengthen the family in all kinds of ways, focusing on the family, focusing on community development and healthy living, which is a really big picture.
Yes. Yeah,
It really is.
We've learned that wellness is like, it's not just about your body, it's about like your whole self. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I think that's what's so cool about you guys being within that building. You know, you can work on your physical health all you want, but if your mental health's not good, then you know, your overall wellness is just not good. So I think it's really cool. It makes total sense that you guys would be at the Y, and it's such a beautiful building. Luckies.
It is. I
It
have
is
been to
beautiful.
Ys because I've been with the Y for 24, 25 years. And I've spoken at Ys from Baltimore, Maryland to San Francisco. And I've yet to be in a Y as nice as our Y.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
they
That
run
says something.
they run the gamut, but ours is by far, right up there with the nicest Y there is. It's clean and modern and up to date, and you'll find that the programs and services that we do are also current and modern and up to date. So as the needs of our families and our communities change, we're continuously adapting and modifying our services to meet those needs. You can't stay stagnant because families don't stay stagnant. We're always
Yep.
growing, and our needs are always changing. And so you have to be always on the watch for what you can do differently and what you can do better. So we started
Yeah.
as the young moms program, and then we were the moms program, and then we were family program. So we have changed throughout as our services have evolved. And I think that's one of the key things to our success, is making sure that we're always on guard, that we're meeting the needs of the families. Because if all of a sudden, you're keeping on doing these services that nobody wants anymore, then your program is not going to
Yeah.
be what it needs to be. So we
Yeah.
love
And
what we
like,
do. It's not a job. It's wonderful. It's fun.
yeah. Yeah. I feel the same. It's so fun to learn about all the programs that we have in our community. It's amazing, just the support that's out there. And I think I just want everyone to know about all of these programs and to know that they're out there for anyone, because like you said, no one is the perfect parent. Everyone needs a moment to, either get advice, or like you said, just a moment to themselves. Actually, on Saturday, I took a mommy day. I'm like, okay,
Oh,
like I could
good.
feel the frustration growing, like I just needed a day. And everybody needs those days. And so it's cool that you guys provide that outlet for people to get with other folks, and maybe even to meet new people. Sometimes that's hard, especially right now, so
Yes.
maybe coming to a support group, even if it's over Zoom, you can meet a new friend that can be kind of that outlet for you, or either a mentor or just a friend, through this thing that we call parenting, which is tough. And like you said, it changes every single day. all
It
these new
does.
things. It's like now we have TikTok, and is that safe for our kid? And how do we monitor online stuff? And so there's always going to be new stuff that comes up that we need to use each other to learn about.
That's right. And we don't have all the answers, but what I rely on heavily is our community professionals. So we have people come from the community into each one of our groups periodically to share their knowledge. And what we've found, if somebody comes and talks to, maybe they come from Family Resources or MCSA and talk to our families about their services, then later on, if a need arises with one of the people in the group, that they want to that or they need those services, they're going to feel more inclined to actually access those services because they've met a friendly face and they can put that together with them. So we have next week, actually, New Horizons is coming, and they're coming virtually, so they will be joining in with each one of our support groups next week and talking about substance abuse 101 and what every parent needs to know, what to watch for, what are signs, what are symptoms that there might be an issue, and like you say, we've got to stay up to date on what's out there so that we can protect our children. And so, let alone other adults, there might be other adults in the family's lives, that they want to keep an eye out for. So we're always bringing in those professionals to inform and educate our families on things that they might need to know, current things.
Yeah.
And our community
Yeah.
is
Shout out
wonderful
to
about stepping up. Yes.
Yep. Shout out to New Horizons. They're pretty special to me, but also just so great for the community. I love consistently seeing, Jamie's always out there and in the schools, and it's true. Like there are things. Was it last summer that I was able to go through the trailer and kind of learn about some of the new things to
Yes.
watch for as a parent, and I was like, what? Like that's a thing? And I like to think I'm pretty hip and cool, but there were so many things that I didn't know about and hadn't heard
Right.
of. And so it's cool that they come and also help out in the family groups too, to really like educate and just, I mean, goes back to what we said in the beginning. Nobody knows everything.
No.
Everybody can learn a little something. So
Yep.
very cool. So how do people get involved in family programming through the Y? Like if they want to join one of the parent groups, what's the best way to do that?
So normally they would just come to a group. You don't have to sign up ahead. You don't have to access anything. You don't have to fill out any paperwork. But now in our virtual world, they can just reach out to me, or they can go on our website to family programs, and we can get the login information for them. And they just need to log into the Zoom meeting, and the facilitators will take it from there. We have different facilitators for each one of our groups based on the makeup of the family. So we have, younger facilitators for the teen group, and we have older people for the grandparents group, like me. So we make sure that everybody can relate well. Maybe that's a good way of saying it. But all of our services are free of charge, open to the public. Whether or not you're a member of the Y, you do not have to be a member of the Y. You can just pick up the phone and call me anytime at the Y. We break down the groups based on the makeup of the family. So we have a group for parents that have a child in grade school, birth through grade school. We have another group for parents of teenagers. Of course, we have the grandparents raising grandchildren, teen parents, dad's group. We have on Friday morning a Mujeres Latinas group, which is for mothers that only speak Spanish. So we have a variety of groups. And so based on the needs of your family and the makeup of your family, we can hook you up with the group that would be the best fit for you and get you that Zoom call with a facilitator will get a hold of you. Normally, like I said, you just walk in the Y and come on into group. But it's a little bit different now, but hopefully that'll be behind us soon.
Yes, hopefully soon. thank you so much for coming on and telling us so much about the programs. Hopefully you can come on again and we can dig in deeper, because I know there's so much going on at the Y and with family programming, and hopefully soon, like you said, we can do some of those events that we all look forward to, like Halloween at the Y and all of those. So that's something I'm looking forward to, is getting able to do that. So, but thanks for coming on the show and informing us, and for doing what you guys do at the Y. It's amazing.
Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Bye-bye.
too. Stay warm. Bye.
I will. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. So much information. There are a ton of support groups at the Y. And I have to tell you, as a parent, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, how many kids you have. You know, the first is different than the second, and it's crazy. So we can all, as parents, use a little bit of support. So that's a great way to do it. Get on the YMCA's website and find out when those groups meet, and just get on a Zoom call. And maybe you can meet a new friend or a mentor or someone that you can rely on. I appreciate Diana jumping on the call today and being able to be a guest on the show. Thank you guys so much for joining. We have the aisle cam quick so you guys can see what's happening at Hy-Vee. Even though I'm at home, there's still people working hard at Hy-Vee for you all. So we'll go quick to the aisle cam before ending the show today, so you can see what cool things are going on there. Oh, look at those beautiful flowers. Because I told you that we will continue to remind you that Valentine's Day is literally right around the corner, and your floral department's working really hard to be able to provide you some gorgeous arrangements for you all. So there is your aisle cam from Hy-Vee, showing you some beautiful arrangements that you can order for Valentine's Day, or any occasion really, but Valentine's is right around the corner. So make sure you get those orders in to the floral shops, and don't wait till the last minute. You don't want to be rushing in trying to get whatever's left over for your loved one. So thank you so much for joining today. I appreciate you all. I hope you will open up your Discover Muscatine paper and find out all the great things that are going on right here in Muscatine County. And until tomorrow, I want you to all remember that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
TJ Deere here at Toyota Muscatine, and this is what it feels like to have a brand new Toyota.
It's the new car smell.
It's the new stories. It's the new adventure.
It's the memories.
Come and see us for your 2020 Toyota.